You're always getting laid off. And I got sick of it. I wanted to be at home all the time. I am the owner, but also operator. Many hats. I do marketing. I talk with the customers. I clean the toilet. I just so many things I have to do. This is just embedded in me now. The whole culture. I love it. I can't see doing anything else right now.
If you were to go back 10 years, what advice would you give to your younger self? So Troy, welcome to the podcast. And, I'm actually really excited to have you here because I've known you for a few years.
Yes.
And I've seen how you've actually started and grown your business. Tell us a little bit more about your backstory. How did you actually end up starting your business?
Oh, it goes back to my childhood, for the love of detailing. I'd always go to the car wash with my dad or my mother, and they'd give me the wand, and I'd start going at it, and it kind of started from there, I was in the trades for many years, for probably 20 years of my life, and I would work in potash mines and stuff, and it was really harsh on your paint, of your vehicle, and I would overhear other employees talking about where's a good place to go to get your car cleaned. I got these issues with the potash and stuff like that. So it kind of, you start doing research, and then I realized you can make some money at this kind of thing. So I just kind of did it for about 10 years on the side, just a side gig on the weekends or on my days off. I rented a little garage here in Saskatchewan and just kind of started from there. Mm-hmm. And then with pipe fitting, which I was involved with, you're always getting laid off. And you're always chasing the next job. And I got sick of it. I wanted to be at home all the time. So I said, well, I do this detailing on the side. Why couldn't I take it to the next level and find a proper shop and, register, just be legit. And so that's what I did. And it's coming on now 2 years of doing it.
Nice.
It's been a struggle, but it's been a good struggle. I've been learning a lot, and just lately it's been picking up very, very well, and just like doing podcasts and just nice. I don't know. It's just. I know it's gonna get up there.
That's great. I mean, are you a car guy? Or?
Yeah, I'm a car guy. More not so much mechanics, but aesthetics wise.
Nice.
Yeah, interiors. I appreciate a nice looking vehicle, of course. I definitely have an eye for detail.
That's great.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. So your business, this is not your first venture. You were actually an entrepreneur a while.
Yes. Yeah, I was. I got into the restaurant business for about 4 years, or 3.5 years, up in just north of Saskatchewan here, in a small town. It was good. It was a gem of a place, but just not enough support. Restaurants are so hard to do, so hard. Yeah. But I know personally, if I had that restaurant over on Broadway or something, I'd probably still be open to this day.
Right.
But again, it was a great learning experience. I met my ex there, and we had a beautiful son. So that was the great thing about it.
That was the highlight of the
highlight of it, yeah, for sure. But yeah, excellent. Yeah, it was a struggle because you're there every day. Every day, mm-hmm. I did the cooking. Sometimes I did the serving, cleaning. Everything. I wore many hats in that.
Mm. Well, I mean, as an entrepreneur, you kind of have to wear many hats, right? I mean, yes. I'm sure that just almost never goes away, right? I mean, over time, as being in a small business, you have to, especially when you're getting started, you have to wear many hats. You have to manage everything. You have to manage your clients. You have to manage all the services. You have to even do the services at many levels. So
like the position I'm in right now, like I am the owner, but also operator.
Right.
Many hats. I do marketing. I talk with the customers. There's so many things I have to do. Clean the toilet, I just so many things I have to do. But as I've gotten, more established employees, they're catching on quickly, and I'm giving them more responsibility. I kind of like buying back my time. I get them to do the laundry now, things like that. That frees up time, just the little things, So every day it seems like I'm doing less in the business, which is great. Mm-hmm. But I still love the hands-on. Like I do like the ceramic coatings, the polishing. I oversee the detailing.
Right.
At one point, like I said, I did everything, and it's stressful. Mm. But I've noticed in the last 6 months, it's just been getting a little easier and easier every week.
Right.
Spend more time, chasing leads, or finding leads, and things like that.
Yeah, and I think that people are now recognizing your business more, right? I mean, collective car detailing is the business that you have, and And what are you doing in terms of trying to make sure that you're gaining more awareness? Like, are you doing any marketing services? Are you?
Well, actually, I'm very excited. Coming up this April, I'm getting in Ivan LaCroix of DIY Detail. Yeah, Ivan LaCroix is kind of a god in our industry. He's been around for 40 years in the car detailing business, and he's the owner of DIY Detail. And he, when is it? April 10th and 11th, he'll be up here, and we'll be doing like a in-house classes, open to enthusiasts, also other detailers as well. So there'll be tickets sold for that. So education is one thing. Yeah, so just very excited about that.
Now, is that the product that was used on my car?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
For sure, yeah. We did, I believe, a 5-year coating on your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. It's very user-friendly. Like, it's a professional grade, but also great for the enthusiast, for the regular customer.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is it that makes it different than other products that are out there?
What I like about the DIY Detail, they've only been around for 3 years now,
right.
But they document everything. If you buy one of their products, you scan their QR code, and it goes to all their YouTube videos on like ceramic gloss spray. It'll tell you how to use it. Like the education's there for it.
Mm-hmm.
Most companies are not like that. I find they just like either they white label it, I believe they call it, like they take someone else's product and put their own label on it, kind of thing. And but they stand behind their products, which reason why I'm jumping on with them. And I use all their products, pretty much all their products. 90% of their products I use personally. And yeah, there's user friendly. That's what I love about it. And cheap. Cost efficient. Yeah.
Right.
Effective.
Yeah. Do you think that is what actually gives you a unique edge in your service? Is it the product? Is it the service? Is it a combination of the two? Well, like, what is it that actually? Why do people keep coming back to you for more service?
I've been told, like, even from Ivan LaCroix, like, people don't really care what product to use. It's the experience.
Right.
It's the value that they're getting back. So products do help. In my mind, they do. They help me because it makes my job a lot easier. So that's when the value comes out towards the customer. That's what they see. So yeah, I think customers are coming back because of the value. Like I do things like I'll pick up your vehicle if you're at work, and I'll drop it off at the end of the day, or pick it up from your home, those little things, or shuttle, stuff like that. And pricing is very, very reasonable, for the amount of work that we do. So
right. So
and I love it.
Yeah,
it's just my passion. I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
I treat it like my own car.
I think passion is definitely one of the recipes of growing your business. I mean, you have to make sure that you are trying to build on something that you're passionate about, because there are good days and there are bad days, right? Mm-hmm. And you need that passion to help you go through those bad days, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of challenges have you faced over the past couple of years in terms of your business?
Well, just last year, I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got COVID at Christmas time, and then it turned into long COVID, they tell me. And then I was diagnosed with this autoimmune disease called Hashimoto. And it's a what I know of it attacks the thyroid. So there was a lot of tests I had to do. I had to do the MIR or whatever it's called, the CT scans, the echograms, everything. 'Cause I thought it was something wrong with my heart. And so that was a big challenge. I had to shut down for 4 months. And luckily, I had some backup money for that to keep the business going. Mm. And but now I've been back I've been back since May, and going strong and just loving it, just appreciating. I appreciate it so much more now, being healthy. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that happened to me, because it just kind of opened my eyes to when things get bad,
right?
How strong someone can become to get over it.
That's right.
That's right. I'm glad I experienced that. So, but other challenges is, just bringing in the customers. Like at this time of year, after Christmas, everybody's slow, and especially for detailing. January wasn't too bad, but it could have been a lot better. But just lately, I've been very grateful for repeat customers, maintenance clients. They really help. I've sold a lot of gift certificates which is great. You know, that really helped out at Christmas time. Appreciate that. You know, I'd like to thank Saskatoon for that. So, but yeah, there's always a challenge.
Right. Yeah.
Every day. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, certainly, you know, I find that when you actually go through these lows in your business, you learn so much from those experiences, and it's all about bouncing back to be able to come back stronger than ever before, and then also having a plan to tackle similar challenges in the future as well, right?
Yeah, that's the key, I think, is having that plan.
Yeah.
You know, and working with certain people in my life, you know, they're always telling me, you know, write everything down, you know, write your goals, you know,
exactly.
You know, just you need a plan. When I came into this, when I got sick, I didn't have a plan. I just kind of hoped for the best, you know, just roll the dice, you know, and it worked out. I did have a plan in the end, you know, but yeah, just grateful to be back.
That's great. So where do you see yourself and your business over the next 4 to 5 years?
In the next 4 to 5 years, I want to be in a bigger place.
Right.
Right now, my shop is very not limited, just small. I only have 2 bays, which is fine. But I like to expand to like 10 bays. I have an idea. It's from out of the States. There's a company called, I can't remember what they're called now. But you can bring your car to them. You can either get them to clean your car, detail it, ceramic coat or whatever, or you can go in as a customer and get them to help you do it. You know, like you can do it yourself. You can do your own coatings. You can do your own paint corrections, and you always have a professional there to show you how to do it. The company's called the Bays.
The Bays.
The Bays. Yeah, it's a chain in the United States.
Nice.
And as far as I know, Saskatchewan does not have something like that. I believe in Edmonton they do, but not here.
That's an interesting concept. So you kind of learn how to detail your logo? Okay.
Yeah. It's really geared towards the enthusiast, I believe. Right. But I know if there was something like that, because it's kind of like when you go to Golf's car wash.
Right.
You know, you go in and it's all timed and you do that.
Exactly.
You wash your car. But this takes it to the next level where you have all the proper tools and you can do your interior and there's education there, you know, and charged by the hour, you know. And so.
And you have I'm assuming there's an opportunity to sell the product afterwards.
Yes, exactly.
As well. So that's where the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So that's where I see myself going. I forgot to mention I'm also First Nation. I'm from the Kaktowish First Nation. Right. And we have land near the airport in Saskatoon, in the Hampton Village area. And it's all getting developed right now. And I believe they're in the second phase right now. And there's rumors of them building like a car wash detail center. So hopefully I can get in there, and that's where my 5-year plan will probably start.
Nice.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, but if not, I am still going to do it, and I'll find some other land and build my own. So, but yeah.
Well, you have to be driven, right? I mean,
exactly.
That's right. Yeah. So, obviously that vision that you have over the next few years, it's very important to write it down, as you mentioned, in goals and having those goals in mind as you're actually working towards that vision. Right now, when you're building your business, I'm assuming that you have a bit of a team in place to be able to help with customers, or are you planning to grow your team as well? Or?
Yeah, for sure. Like my coach Matt, he's been helping me for the last couple of years, you know, to get where I am today. You know, it's always good to have someone like that in your corner. Friends and family, of course. You know, even yourself. You know, my clients, you know, there's a lot of enthusiasts that are there and who are connected to other businesses and stuff. BNI, I'm not a member of BNI, but I've met a lot of great people through that organization. So, yeah. Yeah,
networking is really crucial. And I think that, you know, I always go by this phrase, your network is your net worth, right? Over time, you have to be able to tap into your connections and leverage them when needed. And I think that's really powerful over time as you grow your customers and know the people that you're dealing with. So
yeah, like I'm just every day at work, it's something new,
right?
Know, with dealing with customers and marketing and something like it, because this is all new to me, like especially the marketing side when it comes to technology. You know, so like just starting, like I'm pretty consistent with my posting on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
Every day I'm putting something on there, you know, but I know I have to get more comfortable doing videos.
Yes.
Getting behind the camera. I've started doing that.
Right.
And I try to do it in one take, and I just go with it, because I know it's going to get better over time.
Right.
I used to tweak it all the time, and I'd record. I look back at my phone, I got like 30 videos of the same thing. And I'm just like, geez, just pick one and go with it. You know.
The best way to tackle the challenge and to overcome the fear is to just start doing it, right?
Yeah.
And over time, you'll just get better. You'll just get better.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, because I was quite proud of my last video I did. You know, I just turned it on, walked around the shop, talked about the deal that was coming up. You know, I'm doing a giveaway right now of 10 free basic details.
Right.
If you like, follow, share, you know, subscribe or whatever. And yeah, just went with it, sent it out.
That's great.
In the beginning, I'd be like, no, my hair doesn't look good, or I said too many times. Just shoot it. Like I took what's that Gary V's advice.
Yeah.
You just get your phone out and shoot it.
Exactly.
And just post it. You'll get better.
That's right.
Don't judge yourself.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not high school.
Exactly. And I think what's happening right now is that with the evolution of AI, there's a lot of content out there that is just not as genuine or authentic. Mm-hmm. So it's important to still have that authenticity in your content, in the way that you're publishing. Yeah. And you can't beat taking out your phone and just doing the video in real time, even doing live streaming of the work that you're actually doing. That's
one thing I haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
But when I announce the winners next week, I'll be doing my first live. Like
nice.
The generator or whatever, pick the names and stuff. So that'll be like my first official live. Yeah.
Right. And that's a great way to actually, gain engagement, because on platforms like Instagram, which I'm assuming where you will be doing live at, mm-hmm. everyone gets notified. Well, most people get notified about your feed, and then they can actually tune in at that time and learn more about your business. So it's a great way to create more awareness, but at the same time, it's not you shouldn't discount the fact that there's other platforms out there that you can actually leverage as well. Right? There's a lot of traction with TikTok, mm-hmm. as well as obviously Facebook has its own live platform as well. So
yeah, TikTok I haven't gotten into yet, but I know I need to.
Yeah,
definitely. My daughters always tell me, "You got to do TikTok, Dad." So, well, make me the account, because I don't know how.
Right. Yes, yeah.
But yeah, that's the next one, is because right now it's just Facebook and Instagram, and Snapchat.
Got it. So as you're actually, kind of building your business and creating more awareness, what are some of the challenges that you're finding in terms of, other than the marketing side of things, to grow your business at this stage?
Challenges, but not the marketing. I believe I don't have any issues of being consistent. Like, I'm definitely consistent. Challenges, just getting the people into the door, the door, finding those customers. Because once they do, I find, like, this is the number, but 90% come back.
Yeah.
Once they experience me. So it's just getting them in there the first time. Even if it's just in for, like, for instance, I got a guy coming in next week, just getting a little stain out of his leather seats.
Right.
And we talked on the phone, and it's a really big deal for him, and which it should be. And so I told him the process, what we're going to do and what's going to cost. And it's not going to cost much.
Right.
And so he's going to come to the shop. I'll bring him in, maybe give him a little tour of the shop, whatever, just to show what I have to offer, kind of thing.
That's right.
And so I know I'm going to sell him on, a detail down the road, or maybe a ceramic coating or a paint correction or something. So I believe once I get them in, most of them will, be drawn to the business, hopefully.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what drew me to your business, and it was obviously the first service. You never know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
And I'm kind of giving away my vehicle, my baby, to you.
Yeah.
To go and essentially clean it up.
I remember that. You were like,
right. And I remember I had this scratch on my vehicle at the time, and essentially there was a few of the things that I'd pointed out. So you were kind enough to actually bring the vehicle back, but also you educated me on what exactly you did on the vehicle.
What I did, yeah.
And what what I should be doing, in future to take care of the vehicle further. So that's actually something that really I valued a lot.
Yeah.
And it helped me keep coming back to you for more and more service, right?
Yeah.
So
I find when you educate the customer on the whole process, it just makes them just more relaxed and willing to accept the price, which
that's
is
right.
reasonable, So
that's right.
Because I know I'm like that when it's like with you, for instance, like with the website and everything, how you explained everything, I was comfortable,
Yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I think that, when we're helping with websites, we also, go through that same process. We want to make sure that, you're educated on the platform and how you can actually make the best use and leverage for your website.
And I got to say that Optimize is amazing. Once I figured out how to use it,
yeah,
like it's great. I love the follow up with the Google reviews.
Nice.
It just makes things so much easier. Because before I had to manually do everything, cut and paste and send it to their phone. Now I just click a button and it just sends it to them.
That's great.
It's great. Yeah,
that's great. I'm glad you're having a good time with the Optimize.net. And again, we're always trying to build new technology that helps businesses grow and helps businesses generate more leads and service their customers, right? Mm-hmm. So that's very important. You mentioned a really important point earlier, and that is you have a coach. Mm-hmm. And I believe very strongly in having a good mentor and a good coach to actually help guide you through some of the challenges, right? And you've gone through some significant challenges over the past few years. How has coaching helped you in terms of your personal development and also to, work on the business?
Well, with Matt, he is like, they always said, don't hire your friend as a coach. Mm-hmm. At least Tony Robbins has said that. And me and Matt started out as friends.
I see.
We weren't very close, but he owned a gym in the city here, and that's how I met him. And but since he's moved away, that's when I started working with him. And he's more now of, he knows me personally, so he's just like, Troy, what the hell are you doing? This is bullshit. Mm-hmm. He can call me on my crap,
Right.
So I appreciate that. He pushes me, gets me out of my comfort zone. Like he was talking to me about doing this, he said, just do it, man. It just, you'll regret it if you don't, and just recently he just did a TED Talk, and in my mind, I'm thinking like, man, that guy can do it. Like he's amazing. Like he can get up there and just command of the room, and just well spoken. I said, that's where I want to be. Mm. So that's why I'm here. For one of the reasons is to obviously promote the business,
right?
But to make myself stronger in public speaking. Like things like I do the BNI once in a while, where that's where the first time I ever experienced talking to like 30, 40, 50 people in a crowd,
right.
Like that was an experience. But the more I did it, the more comfortable I got, But you got to keep at it,
nice.
Because it's been a while since I've done anything like this. It's been probably 8 months, so, but it's just consistency.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to believe in yourself. And I think that a lot of times we actually have this imposter syndrome. Mm-hmm. That we don't deserve a certain spot, or we don't deserve this success that is actually going to be coming from this channel, right? So we have to really kind of navigate through those noises that come into our heads to hamper us from progress, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that a lot of high achievers, a lot of entrepreneurs, they actually face imposter syndrome because it's something that really restricts them from future growth, and you have to learn how to navigate through that. So I'm glad that you're actually doing this. You're on the podcast. I know we've been actually talking about having you on the podcast for a while as well, and it's just that it helps you become a better communicator. It helps you put your name out there, because at the end of the day, people do business with people, and learning about your story and learning about your journey can actually only help you and your business move forward. So.
Yeah, because if you don't see this podcast or you don't know me, like all you get is the website, which is amazing, but they just see that.
Right.
They don't know the person. So yeah, this is a great platform.
Exactly, yeah. And I always say websites are great, and I think that they're great for mass communication and mass promotion of your business, but you have to be able to put yourself out there and even humanize the website in a way where you're sharing your story, you're telling the audience a bit more about yourself and your background, because that is what people connect with. Mm-hmm. And it can really help communicate and have you enforce those relationships with your customers over time. So that's good to know. I mean, I'm glad that things are going well from that side of things. And when it comes to your as you're kind of going through this journey over here, and the challenge that you experienced last year, where you had to kind of step away from your business, did you, in hindsight, think that this is the right direction to move forward to, in terms of launching your business? Because it was only a few months before that challenge, before your health issue that happened, that you actually launched your company, right? Mm-hmm. So, in hindsight, is this the right direction that you feel that you're moving forward?
Well, for sure. I I love what I do. I couldn't see myself doing anything else right now.
That's great.
It's like I said, I keep saying this, it's a passion, That's what I had when I had the restaurant. I had the passion for cooking.
Right.
Kept me going, This has so many other benefits, I love the fact that I'm home every night. I'm local.
Nice.
Like when I was a pipe fitter, I was always away. Even with the restaurant, it was out of town. It was an hour out of town, so it wasn't the greatest situations, but this is just embedded in me now, like the people that are around me, other detailers, other enthusiasts, just the whole culture. I love it, so I can't see doing anything else right now,
Got it.
But expanding, like selling the detailing products, that's just going to be another branch, be some nice passive income, hopefully. That's what I'm looking forward to, and hopefully taking on other brands eventually, maybe becoming a detailing supplier, this is so
nice.
So that's right. That's also the next, 3 to 4 years is expanding into that realm as well. So
Excellent. So Troy, what do you love about doing business in Saskatchewan?
With doing business in Saskatchewan, it's a real, for me, most customers is a small town feel. Everybody knows each other. Because when a customer comes in, I always ask them, like where they're from. And I would say 75% of the time, we know someone, like especially if they're from just outside of town, I'm from Warman or I'm from Hague or something. I say, oh, do you know so-and-so? I'm like, yeah. A lot of the times I use my uncle. He's a veterinarian. He's been a veterinarian since 1980, and he's from the Hague area. So anyone who's from the country who have cattle, I mention my uncle, and they know him. It's like, oh, he's a great guy, or he's a jerk. But yeah, dealing with people from Saskatchewan, it's just it feels like you already know them.
Right.
That's how I feel. Even with the population growing in the last so much. Like I checked the population. We're around 350,000 people.
That's right.
Now,
Yeah.
Between 320 to 350.
Yeah.
And over the last 10 years, I think we got 100,000 people, maybe.
Exactly. Yes.
80,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Even when I meet new Canadians, they have. It feels like I know them already because they're in Saskatchewan, and so it's. I actually had a new Canadian call a bunny hug. He's like, do you sell bunny hugs here? Because I had a few in the shop. But I'm used to people calling them, what do you call them? Hoodies. Right?
That's right.
The bunny hug is the pullover, right? And that's only in Saskatchewan. And a new Canadian said to me, I was just like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's just, how do you say it? Like it's just the community. It feels small town to me, but in a good way, Big city. I mean, it's not a huge city compared to other, Toronto, Vancouver and stuff.
Of course, yeah.
So, but we have the best of both worlds, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a good size right now as well. I mean, there's a lot of activity from a business perspective, and it's growing. There's more people coming into Saskatoon. It's very multiculturally. It's quite diverse as well.
Yes, very.
And it's heading in the right direction for sure.
For sure, yeah.
And I mean, as with any growing city, there's always challenges and so forth. And I think that there's certain things that do need to be addressed from that side of things. But I think overall, it's a good place to be. It's a great place to raise a family, and it's a good place.
Yeah, it's got to work on that summer construction. That's insane, but it's like that everywhere, I guess. But yeah.
That's right. So, what advice do you have for entrepreneurs that are looking to start up their business?
Well, there's a question you asked me earlier about 10 years ago.
Yes.
What was that question?
Yeah. So basically, if you were to give your younger self advice, if you were to go back 10 years, and what advice would you give to your younger self?
Okay, well, if it was for business, I would say just do it. Like, just go for it. 10 years ago, I was doing what I loved to. Like, I was still pipe fitting, but I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And I was doing the restaurant a few years prior to that, but I had other ideas of starting, like a moving company or snow removal. I don't know, something. And I say, oh no, I can't do it. I don't know where I'm going to get the money, but there are lenders, there are grants, everything from like I got a grant through you guys, not through you guys, but through through Saskatchewan the provincial
yes,
provincial grants.
Yes, yeah.
Things like that. There is help out there.
Exactly.
And at the time, I didn't know that, or didn't do the research. I just said, nope, not going to do it.
Right.
I don't have $100,000 sitting in my bank right now, and I still don't. But I still did it. I found ways of doing it, and just do it, Troy. Just do it.
Yeah. Did you try going through SEEF as well, or?
Yes, I approached SEEF. Yeah, they helped me out big time.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, they're an amazing organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through SEEF. I also through SEEF, I got a small loan through business bank. What's it called? Better Business.
Business Development. Bank. Yes.
Yeah.
BDC.
Sorry, I don't know the name.
BDC.
BDC.
That's right.
That's who they're called. Yeah, that they're also great too with education support.
Yeah.
For entrepreneurs. So there's a lot of people out there that will help you.
That's right.
So doesn't matter what age you are, just do it. Even if you're in retirement age, you can still do it, especially with all this technology today. So
absolutely. I know SEEF is a great organization. We have many clients, and I know many of our clients that have gone through their programs and found it extremely beneficial.
You did their website, right?
We did, yes. Yeah, they're one of our clients as well. Yes, yeah. So we actually helped them with their online presence and their communication online. Also, BDC has played a pivotal role in my company's growth as well, because we worked with them a long time ago to help fund some ideas that I had to scale my business, and I found really beneficial as well. So and then also many of our clients have had some great experiences over there too, and they offer some really good coaching and guidance as well.
Yeah.
So a great resource to tap into. And what I'm finding is that, again, I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. And, back when I started, there wasn't as much help out there. There was an info source over here, and that was the guidance that you would get along with the Chamber of Commerce. And that was pretty much it. Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce. And a few other, programs that the government actually had. I think there was a youth program for funding at the time. But now today you have so much more, and there are a lot of opportunities for businesses to actually get advice, get the right advice, get funding, and if they have a great idea, to really work on that idea to build their business online. So
why do you think that is now? Like, is it because of just information, internet, and like?
I think also because there's an importance for understanding that small business is what drives the community forward, drives the economy forward, right? And Saskatoon has been growing very rapidly, right? Yeah. So we're actually at that stage right now where we do realize, the government realizes that there's the importance of business growth, and there's programs out there that understand, that this will actually play a pivotal role in the economy. And I think that's why they're funding these programs, and there's more programs that are popping up. I know there's been some restrictions since the new government has come, but those are temporary.
Yeah.
And like recently, with tariffs, there's been a lot of businesses that have struggled with international markets, and I know the government is actually trying to help mitigate that with some programs that they actually have to help businesses in that area. So I like that. I mean, I think that's very important. This is more on a federal level, but when it comes to provincial, there's many organizations now too that help businesses get their idea validated and direct them in the right path. So that's also another factor, I think, that actually is helping Saskatchewan businesses grow. So, yeah. And I think it's very important for any young entrepreneur or anyone who's starting a business to tap into these opportunities and to grow their network, to get the right advice. Because when I started my business, I didn't have that advice, and it became really challenging. Yeah. So these days you can really expedite your growth if you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, when we started the restaurant, we didn't get no grants. We got nothing. We just basically a renovation loan,
right,
on the house, and took that. We didn't renovate the house. We just got a restaurant with it, and
right.
That was it. And I didn't know nothing about marketing. And it was just before the whole Facebook, checking in, doing lives. It was all before that. It was in 2008.
Right.
So, I couldn't take advantage of any of that. So now it's different.
Obviously. Absolutely. And I mean, we have these tools at our hand to promote our business. We can tap into these tools and learn them so that we can actually leverage our business, right? I mean, there's so many opportunities from a marketing perspective today than before. So, so I think a lot of businesses need to educate themselves on some of these platforms and to really leverage them. So
yeah, and as an entrepreneur, when you first start out, maybe even when you're established, I get so many emails, so many people calling me, wanting to. Well, we just did a test on your site, and this comes up and this comes up. There's always something wrong. And they're there to fix it. And I'm just like, in the beginning, I'm just like, oh, really? But now it's just like, you're the 50th person this month. Leave me alone. Like,
that's right.
It's fine. It's fine. But
that's right. Yes. Yeah. Excellent.
So there's always just people coming at you all the time. It's like when you win the lottery, you got all these people coming for money. That's how I kind of feel. But.
Yeah. Well, Troy, it's been a pleasure to actually, have you at the podcast finally and to have this conversation. Where can people learn more about your business and find you online?
You can find me online at collectivecardetailing.ca. I'm also on not all the socials yet, but I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram and Snapchat, and hopefully soon to be TikTok.
Nice.
So yeah, and also one more thing, I'd like to in April. When is this going to air?
Probably in a couple of months' time. Yeah.
A couple of months' time. Okay. Yeah. Well, if it airs before April 10th and 11th, I am doing a in-house training session for car detailing for ceramic coatings and paint corrections with Ivan LaCroix of DIY Detail. So, looking forward to that. Nice. And there's a lunch. There's also a lunch. So on both days. So yeah. So yeah, that's how you can find me. And I'm also at 2634 Miller Avenue, nice. Unit 1. Great location.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good to know, Troy. Thank you again for coming to the show. And
yes, thank you for having me.
Really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you.